What's up, guys, and welcome to this week's episode of How Not to Summon a Ramble. It's part 2, because we went on to. Enjoy.
Hey.
Lights, camera, action, no time for preamble. Mr. Sheeny Fran tongue sharper than a scalpel. Greyson with the facts, man, he's slick like enamel. Jim on the edit, cut clean like a sample. How not to summon, we gon' keep it rambling. Talking every topic, no magic, just scrambling. Triple threat combo, no need for gambling. Stay tuned, lock in, till the pause dismantle. Diving in deep while the haters just
Captain America, Brave New World. Who went and watched
Yeah, but they
it?
fucked that when they gave
No.
Falcon the shield.
Yeah, they
And said,
did.
"You're the new Captain
And guess
America."
what?
Yeah, I
Nobody-
didn't mind it. But
No,
no,
it
one,
should've
asked,
got- should've
no
gone-
one asked for another Captain America.
Should have
It
gone to
should've
Bucky. Should have
ended.
gone to Bucky anyway.
It should have, but it should have ended.
Should have never changed.
Stop making another Cap. Don't do it.
Should have stopped with Chris
Evans.
If
Evans.
they're going to
it.
appear in another movie with that shield, cool. If fucking Soldier Boy turns up,
Bucky.
I didn't mind Bucky.
if he turns
Winter
up
Soldier.
holding the shield in another movie, cool.
I didn't mind
Don't
Bucky,
give him his
though.
own movie.
Yeah,
As
and you don't
Captain
have to
America,
explain it either.
His character's
Like,
good
Yeah.
enough.
that would have just made
No, but-
sense if he'd
It would've
appeared
just
with
made
the
sense.
shield. You would have been like, "That makes sense."
No,
Yeah.
but the thing is,
His
right?
best friend.
Or
Yeah,
he
no, it's
throws
not
it.
just that. It's also like he has the backstory to do that. He has the backstory
Falcon
to
did
roll
not.
into being Captain
Yeah,
America.
but Bucky's also got the strength and everything that Captain
No,
America
but that's what
has.
I'm on about, though.
Falcon doesn't have strength.
Anything.
He's
No,
just got his
he's-
wings.
and when he hasn't got those, then he's just a
And
man
nor
with a
should he have the
shield.
strength to be throwing that shield around.
No,
The shield is really
it's really light.
Yeah, but
vibranium weighs next
Yeah.
to nothing.
okay.
But
That's the only reason Wolverine can walk, because his bones are vibranium.
Right, okay.
that's the point, though, isn't it? Like Bucky had the actual
He was
fucking
genetically
backstory.
enhanced.
Yeah, but they had the backstory to put him in.
Adamantium, sorry, yes.
Yeah, they had the backstory to put Bucky as the
Vibranium,
next
Star
Cap,
Wars.
and everybody was like,
Metal that stops lightsabers.
everyone. You have to say, everybody thought Bucky's going to be the next Cap.
Everyone.
Everyone.
And he should have been. But he should have just given him the shield at the end instead of Falcon. And then, in the next movie, when they both appear in a big fight, just have Bucky throw it to Falcon, Falcon hold it for 2 minutes, fight with it, and then throw it back to Bucky. Everyone would have loved it.
Yeah.
We would have cheered our fucking heads off because it would have looked cool and
Would have
made sense.
Yes, because
Because everyone that wants the new... Because Falcon
they do
does
a movie?
become Captain America.
Didn't they do a straight to Disney Plus movie where it was Falcon and Winter
no,
Soldier?
they did a series,
They did a
Falcon
series.
and the Winter Soldier. Oh, and by the way, if you want to watch the Brave New World, you have to have watched that as well. You
For it
have
to
to have
make
watched the
sense.
series for it to make sense. Oh, and by the way, there's a Red Hulk, which is just
No, that's comic accurate.
no. I get that, but like Harrison Ford
'Cause there's
as
an
the Red
entire-
Hulk.
there's the,
Hey, leave
just
Harrison Ford
Yeah,
alone, man.
he's not in that movie.
There's Planet
As far as I've seen,
loads of them.
no, as far as I've seen, like
Are they all
Harrison
different
Ford
colours?
is not happy.
Harrison Ford's all right.
Yeah, he's a crotchety old man in real life, and he's a crotchety old man in this as well, and it shows.
Probably shouldn't have cast him as Red Hulk, but
The man
I'm not
wants to
mad.
retire.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it.
Have you seen his interview about why he joined? He literally went, "They put a load of money in front of me, and that's why I went."
That's the only reason he
he's
stays
honest.
as Indiana Jones.
Yeah, they
So
put
he
a
got
load
the
of money in
in his
front of him.
lap, and he's like, "Okay, I'll put the hat on again." I
Crystal
guess.
Skull wasn't bad.
Yeah, and he doesn't
High on
act.
this hill. It wasn't bad.
It was
wasn't
weird.
bad. It wasn't bad.
Don't bring aliens into Indiana.
Yeah,
That genuinely is a thing. There are crystal skulls.
Yeah,
that they think
fair.
are aliens because they've got elongated skulls.
Yeah, but then they actually had aliens.
But they
Yeah.
actually are aliens, which was. I mean, they brought in religion. With
I mean,
genuine
yeah.
power of God.
Yeah, this
I don't
is
think
true.
Aliens is a stretch.
This is very true. They literally did have like the power of Ra in it, and that like Egyptian gods
We
were in it.
we sat through on the mall, didn't we?
Yeah.
They were really good.
What, Indiana Jones? Because
Yeah.
they're all fantastic. The last one is okay.
I liked it.
Crystal Skull's okay.
Okay.
And I'm glad they didn't make another one, even though he had a son called Indiana Jones.
I'll tell you what did make me laugh though: the fact that they then changed Indiana Jones so it's now a woman that's in charge of being Indiana Jones.
No.
Why?
No. His son was perfect to do it, and they could have made a really good original version of Indiana Jones that goes on adventures, and it would have been absolutely fine. Should it have been fucking what's his face?
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf? No. But the character design, calling him Mud because his mum's just badmouthed his dad for the last fucking 18 years, so his name's Mud, makes perfect sense. Great writing. Should have been Shia LaBeouf, and they shouldn't have made another movie.
I'm
but
still
as a
not gonna lie.
standalone kind of in your own head canon, he grows up to be Indiana Jones and goes on adventures and cool shit. Perfectly fine.
But I don't know how many times they've done this, by the way. Has anybody noticed this with Harrison Ford? He always is the deadbeat dad now in everything.
Yeah, but you hit a certain age where a role just makes sense.
What, a deadbeat dad? Who
Just
was
makes
never
sense.
around.
It's no different to who's the actor who specifically says in his clause,
Oh, that's
when I play a villain,
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean.
when I play a
And he's
villain,
died.
he must die because it needs to teach people that being bad will end up getting you killed.
It's not just villains that he does it for. Pretty much every
He did
character.
it in Game of Thrones. He wasn't a bad guy in
Literally
that.
every
No, that's
character.
true. Yeah.
He did
In
it
his
as
contract, he
He,
said,
I
I'll do
mean,
this, but you're going to kill me.
he did it as Boromir, but that was literally canon anyway.
Yeah, but I'm all about it. Makes sense.
And it made sense
yeah,
for
yeah.
the role.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
It's cool as an actor to just get to be able to do that.
Turn
Your
up.
acting chops come with a death scene, and you want as many cool death scenes as you can
Yeah,
get,
that,
right?
that's kind of cool. Imagine, because then at the end of your
I mean,
career,
what-
you can put together a reel.
Yeah.
By the way,
Just every death scene.
It's cool as fuck.
That
by the
is
way,
cool. That is
just a
cool.
little bit of Sean Bean info. By the way, from Yorkshire, of course.
He is.
Best place.
Damn.
Definitely afraid of flying.
No.
Did you know that? Because apparently, when he was doing the Lord of the Rings, and they have that bit on the mountain where he picks up the ring. That's on a proper mountain in New Zealand, and everybody had to fly up on helicopter, and they were at the base of it. And literally, Sean Bean went, "Fuck that! I'll do it every day." He would climb the mountain every day to do scenes, and it was like for a straight 3 months they were doing this.
Respect.
He
Also,
would
worst
leave
remake
at like
ever come out? Lord of the Rings.
no
No, the worst remake. I'm on about the show.
Rings of Power.
Yeah, fucking awful.
Rings of Power.
I tried to watch it.
The thing is
don't-
out now, isn't it?
I've watched Lord of the
Don't do
Rings. I respect them as movies.
They're great movies.
If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings,
They're
they
great
are
movies.
literal perfection.
They're
for
great
you.
movies.
Don't fuck with it. They look good. They
Rings of
sound
Power.
good. Every actor was so choice and perfect. Don't fuck with it. Why do you want to remake it? If they
Should
want
Lord
to
of
do
the
it,
Rings been a series?
No.
no.
Would it have been better if it was a series rather
No.
than 3 movies?
No.
No.
I tell you what would. I tell you what would make a better fucking series: The Silmarillion.
Well,
And they're
yeah.
not. They still haven't
would.
fucking made it.
He is right.
The Silmarillion.
You don't have to worry about being back-to-back episodes. You can go this story, give a date, and here's 4 episodes or 1 season for
You
that.
can
Pick
assign,
a different
yeah.
part of the Silmarillion, and then that's this date.
Yeah.
Here's this story for that part.
Well,
And then you
yeah.
go what it finishes, and then you watch Lord of the Rings
Like
afterwards, the original.
they
and
should-
it all canonically makes
Yep.
sense.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What they could do.
But they didn't.
What they
Well,
could.
you watch The Hobbit, then Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
the
What you
Hobbit.
could do.
I
Hobbit's
don't
a
mind.
shit show.
I don't mind the
Hobbit's
Hobbit.
okay.
I don't
Hobbit's
mind
a
the
shit
Hobbit.
show.
Hobbit's
I don't mind-
okay. It's not great.
I don't mind.
But
I like the casting.
may I just add,
Casting's good.
with the Silmarillion, they could have gone through chronological, historical
exactly.
order,
A
and
season
still
3.
had all these individual stories, like the Child of Hurin, and that canonically fits into like a historical role where
That's
you
what the
could be like,
Silmarillion
this is what.
It's a history book.
They've now just released. Is it
And
out
it's
now? The
fantastically
Ride of the
written.
Rohirrim.
Yeah, and that's I've watched it. They've woman washed that as well.
Oh.
Because guess what? There's a woman in it who takes the main role, and she's not there in the books. They've just
They've
Don't do
created a new character.
well, no, tell a lie.
You can do
She
that.
is in the book, but basically, quick rundown of it. There's a wildling that wants to marry this person's daughter, which is the king of Rohan. He goes, "Nah, you're shit." He then fights the king of Rohan, helm hand, punches him, kills him. His son then comes back and wants to then take out Rohan because he killed his father. And this woman, who literally her only role in it was,
Marrying
"I want
this
you to
guy.
marry my son,"
Yeah.
and that was it. No, she's
So
now
they
in
used the
charge
character,
of.
but given her a far larger role
Oh.
than she should ever have had.
Oh, she's
There you go.
the thing. Helm Hammerhand, who's the fucking boss, king. Tiny fucking role.
Yeah,
Tiny
okay.
fucking role in it, which was like the whole thing. You know, like Helm's Deep? That place was named after that king.
Yeah.
Like,
you just
for
don't,
that
you don't
reason.
need to do it.
You can
just
do it.
Oh,
Just Shadows
you-
of Mordor.
Yeah, that was a fucking banger.
Fucking
Great,
fantastic.
great.
Genuinely, and it is the best Assassin's Creed game I've ever played.
Yes, it is. And
It
it's also
genuinely is.
the best storyline.
How it is fan fucking. It's brilliant. You can't fault it. Perfect game.
Yeah, and now,
10 out of 10.
hey, you know that guy? He's the guy that dies in the Rings of Power, who's made the rings. The guy that's the ghost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, does he look like the same guy?
No.
No. There we go. They completely fucked it with Rings
But
of
it's
Power.
a great adaptation.
What, Rings of Power?
No.
Oh, thank
Shadow
God.
of Mordor.
You had me going there for a
Number
second.
2.
Yeah, it's a...
First one, banger, leave it alone.
although saying
Dinosaur,
that, I do...
Best Lord of the Rings game ever made.
Yeah, fair.
Genuinely brilliant. Just because they nailed the story. They made the
they did.
gameplay genuinely replayable.
And interesting.
And the entire general system, the boss system they made, where if you lose, they get better.
Yeah, it's a great system.
They level up, not you.
Yeah, no, it makes
I
sense.
love-
All video games should be like that.
It
But
should be.
also, they kept it loosely based on the lore and history of Lord of the Rings. Because, at one point, yes, Rohan or Gondor did sit on the Black Gate as overwatchers of fucking Mordor. And then they lost it. But that's a great way to start the film or start the game of like, yeah, there you go, there's the Lost Gate. Doesn't make sense canonically, sort of, but that's
But
fine.
you forgive it because it's brilliant.
Yeah. Minas Ithil in the second one. They lost that, which then became Minas Morgul. Great fucking way of doing it. I love the way they done it.
Because you're explaining lore within the video.
Yeah,
game.
you
That
explain
makes
the
sense.
lore, and nobody does this. Nobody has done this for years with Lord of the
Should
Rings.
we talk about video games? Because I've got a few gripes at the
Yeah, Dragon Age.
moment. Shit show.
I was waiting for it. How did you enjoy it?
Shit show.
I haven't played it. I was waiting for it to go like really low on sale.
Don't
Me
do it.
neither.
Sell at all.
It didn't sell. James on
yeah,
Wembley.
I'm waiting
I
for it.
think
I'm
it's
waiting
the
for it to
most
drop.
refunded Steam game to exist.
Such a shame because Inquisition was a good game.
Genuinely a good game.
Yeah, and then they
it again?
fucked it by making it woke.
They did woke it.
The problem is, you release that after Baldur's Gate 3, you're fucked.
Oh yeah, they had
You're
a choice.
fucked.
They made a creative choice with
Yeah.
what they did because there's an entire scene where somebody sits down and is like, "So I'm non-binary." Why? In a fantasy world,
Yeah, why in the fantasy world do
makes
you have to
perfect
do
sense.
that?
You can be whatever you want in a fantasy world. Gameplay-wise, and everything else that goes along with it, you can't do it better than Baldur's Gate 3 did.
yeah, fair.
Even
It's
they've
the
gone...
thing is, it's a different game. It's not turn-based combat and stuff like that.
Even in Larian Studios have gone, we can't do that again. That costs too much.
They
It
were
was
built.
too
They were
much
building
time.
that for fucking yonks.
Yonks and yonks that we cannot do that. We
Yeah,
don't
but they
have the
built a
money.
masterpiece,
They built a genuine
Yeah, they did.
masterpiece.
Yeah.
which will last for generations and
It will
ages.
literally-
And you know why? That's the new Skyrim right there.
It is. It genuinely is. Because
I
it's got
loved it.
You can do
Absolutely.
anything, go anywhere, and do anything, which is exactly what Skyrim did, right? And exactly the reason you don't like it is because you wandered off somewhere that was far too above your level because the game didn't say stop that.
Oh, Skyrim. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The game-
didn't
the game
find that.
doesn't
But I
go,
didn't find that in
"Stop
Baldur's
that."
Gate.
Baldur's Gate, you can wander off, and if you're good enough,
Yeah.
you can win.
Yeah.
you're
I
smart
tend
enough,
to
you
not
can
wander
win if
too
you-
far on Baldur's Gate when I played it.
No, because it
loved
keeps you on a slight rail.
Sort of.
It
sort
puts you
of.
in an area,
Yeah.
and if you can go there early if you want,
Yeah,
you'll get fucked because none of it will make sense to you.
but it's still you're on a slight rail. You're not fully. I mean,
Story-wise, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It puts you on a rail.
Sort of,
And
I like Skyrim where it's just like, hey, here's the world, off you go.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls have always done that.
Yeah,
If you play
I know.
fucking
Ah,
first
fucking-
one.
I'm not about
Jesus
that.
fucking
Yeah.
Christ.
I've never been about
Morrowind
that.
and
I
stuff
played
like
a
that.
little bit of Avowed recently.
That's terrible.
It's just
Lazy game.
what they've done is they've gone. People like this kind of game. So how can we make it and make it quick?
It looks, literally. You can, but like
So
Skyrim's a great
the
example.
concept of it, great, but they've made it quick.
Skyrim is a great example. You whip out a fire spell or a Fuz Rodar in the middle of a town. Every person that can see it reacts to it. You do that in Avowed, the people just stand there.
You can't hit them and can't do.
You can't do anything.
They'll let you on. They'll let you
Literally,
wander around
there's
with.
no reaction from them. You jump in the water, there's no splash.
There's no ripples.
Nothing.
There's no fish.
15 years
Yeah.
ago, they were able to do
Such a
this,
shit show.
and now look
They
what
did a
they've done
side
with
by
this.
side of Skyrim and Avowed,
Yeah, I saw
and they
the
were
same
like,
thing.
the world is more interactive in Skyrim than it is in Avowed.
And it's 15 years older,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
15 years.
It's
2006.
This is also
2007?
another reason why Witcher stands up like it does Witcher 3.
Yeah, I will give you this. Witcher 3 was a
Because
very
the
good
world
game.
is so enriched, and people were like, "How can you make something so enriched like this?" And now they can't do shit like that.
because it's
now.
cheap.
This is it. They went this. People like this kind of game. How do we make it quick
Yeah,
and cheap?
it is cheap, which is why it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, but
Yes,
that's
they won.
a
And
game should
even
really
then,
take.
It's flopped on there, and it's fucking free for anybody that's played Game
I'm
Pass.
I'm bored of it already.
Yeah,
I
I'm
played
not
it for a
surprised.
couple of nights and I was like,
I got another question for you then. What are your feelings on GTA when it comes out? Because apparently it might break the $100 mark.
it
on
is.
a blooming-
No, they reckon that could. They
fine.
reckon they're going to put that up for sale for like £200.
Yeah, no, it's
cost
like
you
$100.
It will. I reckon it will break 100,
£100.
and that's fine.
What, for base game?
For a game like that, it won't be base game. Base game is going to push maybe 80.
No,
I was
that's
going to say,
no,
I
no.
would have said about
Very
80
base
quid
game
base.
will push 80.
No, the devs have literally said that base game, $100.
$100.
$100.
Be
So about 80,
Yeah, about
90
80
quid.
odd quid, yeah.
About 90 quid now.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But I agree, as long as you. And
Yeah,
the
if they
thing is, as
deliver.
well, no, this is the difference, right? I
We
agree.
have faith
If
that they will. If
that's
it
the
was
difference.
another studio and it became the standard that a game costs 80 to 100 quid, no.
Because it's Rockstar.
Because we trust Rockstar and everything they've done
Yeah.
turns to gold, and you don't get one sit through, you get years.
yeah, you get years of
playing that
content,
game.
And then
work.
you get the multiplayer released, and then, yeah.
Absolutely fine.
But
Absolutely fine.
somebody to go against that. Now you look at Ubisoft
They're going under.
and the Shadow, the new one, Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Which is a shame, because the concept of that was fantastic.
Yeah, and it's a shit show because they've culturally appropriated that thing to fucking high heaven.
No, they exist.
No, they haven't. The Black Ninja was a real
It's
person.
a real person.
Yeah,
He is in Japan. He was the first ever black samurai in Japanese history.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that they're using Chinese writing in Japan for a load of
It
shit.
is.
That's
Kanji in Japan is a mixture of Chinese and Japanese symbolism.
Yeah, and the Japanese people are not fucking happy
What
about
I did
it.
see somebody kick off about is that you can destroy shrines,
Yeah.
and there's a Japanese shrine that they put in the game, and some guy who was playing it decided he was going to go around, smash the entire shrine to pieces,
That's
and
fine.
put it on video.
Fine.
And the Japanese people have gone,
We can't
"You
have
can't-
it both ways. If
you can't do
want,
that."
If you want interactive scenery, everything.
I know. But the
Like-
Japanese people are just saying, why did you have to put the shrine in? You could have just changed it so it didn't look like the actual
Because
shrine.
because if they didn't, then it's not accurate, and then
No,
they kick
that's-
off about that.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'm not. I weren't bothered either way. I was
Pick
like,
your lane.
I was like, if you're gonna shout at anybody, shout at the guy that thought it was hilarious to smash it up and then
That's
post
the
a
one.
video.
That's the one.
Like, smash it up if you want, but do you have to post a video and mock it?
Like,
Probably not.
You could have just made the decision like Rockstar did with every GTA game. Don't put children in because you
I
have a gun
have-
in your hand.
I have a question.
That is well, there are teenagers in it.
There are teenagers. Every single one of them is over the age of 18.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
are no children in any GTA
Until this
game. You
next
can
one.
see pictures of children, but
Yeah.
there are no children and there are no schools.
Yeah.
That's very
Same
true.
with Red Dead.
That's very true.
Yeah,
Same with
because
Red Dead.
The moment you put a gun in your hand and put it in
That-
America, people
Red,
are going to
Red
go.
Dead put dogs and cats in it though that you
They
could shoot.
did.
Yeah, because you can shoot animals.
Yeah.
But
and
the
what
game
happens to
system
that?
reacts to you doing
Punishes
that.
you
And punishes
massively.
you for doing it. That is very true.
Yeah,
But-
the last thing you want is go, there's a high school, let's do this. The amount of montages you see will fuck up your image.
Yeah.
I have a question for you as
I
well.
think that'd be suicide. For
You
the
know,
person
you
who posts
said-
it, though as well,
It
like
would.
as in
You
like,
you said, right, that you're okay with them putting this black samurai in,
yes.
right, because it's historically representative
yes,
of
it is,
something, loosely, as loose as they could fucking
is
do.
loose, yeah.
Okay, why don't they just put a Japanese guy in it?
The woman is Japanese.
Yeah,
They-
why
they-
didn't they make them both?
Because
Why?
Oh, because the first ever black Japanese samurai has a fantastic story.
I mean, or you could just use all the other samurai that have fascinating stories as well.
you
but
can.
they didn't. They
but
got a
here's-
black guy and a woman.
Yeah, but
Here's the
why?
Here's why. Because you could have chosen anything, and with the freedom to choose anything, why not?
Yeah, but then they didn't do it for like all the other fucking games.
I get it. The argument for it comes, the reason we chose this is because...
Actually, do you
and
know what?
The reason we didn't is just because.
Saying this though, right? If they wanted to have a black man like that in the game, well, they could have done it for pretty much. They could have done it for France, Unity. They could have done it for the UK. They could have
Yeah.
done it for any of those. But guess what? Japan, where it's very much mostly Japanese people, very much Japanese people at that time.
Yeah.
You then decide to put somebody in
Because
that.
it stands out.
No, why?
Because
You
as a
had no
as a
need
piece
to.
of history, and the reason Sheeny knows they exist is because they stood out.
You have no need to.
There is no need to. There's also no need to not.
He was the first and last.
What? Okay.
That's it. It's not about justifying why they did. It's not about
I
justifying
told you it's
why
the story
they
behind
didn't.
it. It's because he was
It is literally, that's something cool in history. Why not?
essentially that's why they did it.
That's it.
So bollocks. They could have literally chose anything else from
They
that
could.
time period.
And whoever buys the Assassin's Creed rights, because it won't be Ubisoft making the next one,
No, it won't.
will just choose something and go, why not?
It's just
And then we'll all get mad about that. Or not mad.
no, because I
Side of the
really
fence,
enjoyed
so-
like Black Flag. Great fucking game. Made sense.
I enjoy most of the only one I haven't played is obviously the the one prior to this one where
No
they
idea.
completely fucked it.
I hate
it was in
The last one I played was Black Flag, and I went, this is cool pirating.
No, Odyssey was actually
I
very
hated
good
Odyssey.
because
Yeah.
it was Greek mythology.
I hated Odyssey.
It's good and
It's not. It's just full of shit.
It's
the
good.
same repetitive shit.
that's the only issue with every Assassin's
That's
Creed
every
game.
Assassin's Creed. That's the reason I put them
The
down.
world is great. The world is rich. You can do what you like.
Combat hasn't been updated
Yeah.
for 20 years.
But the problem is
It has.
everything in it is repetitive.
It was
They
updated
give
from
you
Black
They
Flag.
give you a new gadget.
No, it was updated from Black Flag.
Mirage was the one I was trying to find. Oh, that's the only one I haven't played, and that's because they said, "Oh, we're going to go back to roots of being like a true assassin," and then you could teleport,
No.
and you were like, "Oh, I thought you were going to go back to your roots and be like you're an actual
That's
true
why
assassin."
Ezio stands out and the early ones stand out because you felt like an
Yeah,
assassin.
yeah.
I like
And then they went, "Now you can turn into shadows and pop up behind people," and it was like.
What in the Batman villain are you doing?
Yep, literally. I was like, oh, you've ruined it again now. Well, because the Egypt one was good.
I didn't play. I have no
Same.
view on
It was
Assassin's
cool.
Creed. after
It
Black
was.
Flag.
Oh, it was the same as Odyssey with just a different
They
skin.
rely on the landscape, though, because the Egypt one just relied on you going, oh, it's really cool because I can go through pyramids.
Because I'm in
and
Egypt.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the same with Odyssey.
And that's good for a tiny bit of time, and then you're like, oh, I'm bored now.
That's every Assassin's
'Cause I'm
Creed, though.
doing the
and
same
it's such
thing.
a shame because the first 3 masterpiece story writing, after that seems to took a back seat to this place is cool.
That's all it was.
They went to
location mattered more.
Because I only played the first 3.
Did you not play the London one, Syndicate?
No.
One of my feelings is
I
that
played them because I loved the story of the first 3, the Adam and Eve, when you find the little pieces
All
of the
the
egg thing.
the stories are great.
Cool as fuck, and you got little glimpses into some massive futuristic,
Yeah.
cool looking past.
Yeah, but that's
But
why I like
Eden
Black
was
Flag.
Awesome. And then
They have Atlantis in
they lost
one of them.
They lost that Adam and Eve cool
So-
backstory that you were piecing together, and went with fucking here's a world, you're a pirate.
So no,
See,
to be fair,
in Odyssey, in the DLCs, you can go to Atlantis, you can go to Hell, and you can go to Elysium.
Which is cool as fuck.
But
And
it's
they are
still the
cool,
same
but
stuff.
You're still regurgitating the same missions.
it's still the same missions.
The location, amazing. The
Now-
missions,
That's what they rely on.
the exact
what
same.
I did say was though, one thing I did notice with what they've done with Assassin's Creed is they've made it open world, but they've put nothing in it. It's literally like the same stuff repeated over and over again. It's not like loads of different things that they've done.
No, the
It's-
landmarks are different. That's it.
The only thing that made Black Flag the way it is and why people love
the
it so
ship.
much
Ship.
is the ship.
Ship play was
Because
fantastic. And then they fucked that up.
Yeah.
They released Skull,
Skull
and
and
Bones. And went, oh, you like the pirate ship play? Cool, here it is. It's not the same, though. It's completely different. You can't get off your ship. You can't board someone else's ship and fight. They made fucking the worst version of
Yep.
something that worked
Yeah.
really well.
I
And
know.
the repetitive
Yeah.
play goes away when you're sailing in Black Flag. It's fucking fun.
And
it's awesome.
Yeah.
And they went, oh, you like boarding other people? Can't do that.
Yeah.
And it also,
Yeah.
I would agree with what you said. Like the ship play is one of the best things because actually,
Massively.
when I think back at Black Flag, the one thing I hated doing was actually going on land
Yeah.
because it's
You
the
go on
same
land.
That's
stuff.
because the ship thing was a different system to
Yeah,
what you're used
and
to.
it was
with
different,
Assassin's Creed.
and it was better.
And it was cool. And it was the last cool Assassin's Creed.
And they had
thing
cool
that happened.
characters and
Yeah.
and
And then they tried to repeat the
let's-
exact same thing with Odyssey.
Let's shift away then.
Mm-hmm.
Within gaming, what are we excited for?
Nothing.
just
Fable.
What's happened within gaming?
Nothing.
I'm hyped for Fable.
I've got hope for Fable.
Yeah, I've got hope that they'll do well with that as well. So and fuck Dragon Age.
Peter
I guess.
Molyneux on board.
I believe so, yes.
Prefer for it never to come out.
But I am excited for Fable.
I have nothing that I'm actually excited
The last
for.
Fable games were great, and GTA.
I'm not
GTA
even
not bad.
excited for GTA because it's just going to be another GTA.
I'm excited for GTA because
I think it
it's
will.
never just another GTA.
No, they always
We'll see.
blow the spectrum on what
We'll
you
see.
expect,
Massively,
so
yeah.
It's always overhyped.
I don't think it is.
Never are.
I don't
No.
think it ever is
GTA
overhyped.
5 came out of fucking nowhere.
No,
they
I-
went radio silent, and then 2 years before that, they went, here's the greatest trailer you will see for the next 5 years.
We will see.
And fucking nailed it. When they had fucking bikes, parachutes...
I think you're allowed to
push-bikes,
have high
trains.
expectations because they do deliver.
Oh yeah, they do, and I
Massively.
hope they do. Do you know
They
what?
will.
I actually hope they do because there's fuck all else out there at the moment.
With that and Fable, I think are the only two that I'm actually excited for.
The next Halo. They've moved to the Unreal Engine. Bold move.
Look,
Play Halo.
Look,
I know
no,
you
you don't. But you have told me about this, and do you know what? I'm not excited. I'm interested.
I think that's the problem with Halo. No one's excited.
No.
Unless you are a diehard Halo fan.
Yeah.
There's been nothing to be excited for within Halo since Halo 3.
I'm interested, not
Everything
excited.
after Halo 3, the gaming culture did not care about. Halo fans cared about it. The culture as a whole did not.
Yeah.
The culture as a whole gets excited for GTA. The culture as a whole gets excited for Baldur's Gate. Those are gigantic
I mean, I was
games.
talking about Baldur's Gate.
For ages.
Well before
we
it
were
even
watching.
came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were watching release trailers like 2 years before.
Yeah, and we got excited.
I knew
about
it was coming. And I was like, this is going to be big.
Doesn't happen for Halo. I think the next Halo has a chance to get the gaming culture back on board with Halo.
And only a chance.
Only a chance. And I'm saying this as like the biggest fucking Halo fan on the planet.
Yeah, but can you just run through
chance.
what they're going to do?
So they've shifted to the Unreal 5 engine. It will be probably on the next Unreal
Is every
engine.
game not going to shift there eventually?
Because
Everyone is.
The 343 engine is shit.
And old.
It's so hard to make a game for it. It looks like crap. And what they wanted to do, so they did something called Project Titan. I think it was Project Titan, where they tried to make a Halo Battle Royale. They
Right.
couldn't get it working above 40 players because the engine just fucking died. Mm-hmm.
So you have to
could
go
run
to.
it.
Yeah, you have to go to. You have to modernize.
So they were like, we can't make a new engine for Halo. We'll just transfer it to the Unreal Engine or
Yeah.
Unity. Forget which one.
Yeah, I
is
think it's
Unreal.
Uni.
It is uni.
Whatever Fortnite runs on.
Unreal.
Unreal. Shift over to that. Half the production time's cut down. There are 5 Halo planned games currently in development right now. One of them is a battle royale.
Okay.
It's a battle
One
royale.
of them,
Battle royales are the way to go at the minute.
but
You're
this
late to
battle
the
royale
party.
has 2 modes.
Go on.
Helldivers 2 mode.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Which is just everybody dogpiling
Literally
Yeah, that's sick.
on the same team
on the same team
against monsters.
against just waves of Covenant monsters.
Look, that would be
Fucking cool.
sick.
And you drop in as an ODST.
That
You
would be
literally
sick.
just drop pod from space, pop out, go,
And that is sick.
survive.
That is
and
a
you
cool.
are an unnamed soldier.
That is a
Okay.
cool concept.
You're not a Spartan.
Yeah,
You're just a soldier.
that's just a
Okay.
cool concept. That one.
And Battle Royale. The rest of it will just be another Halo story game with Halo multiplayer. And no one's going to get excited about that.
No.
Newer projects, where they shift with Escape that gaming's gone to, which is multiplayer and these cool standalone things. No one wants to just turn an FPS on to play an FPS anymore. They want something cool about their FPS. Halo is old. The concept of it was old when they did it.
Yeah.
I have a
just
feeling games like Helldivers 2 are the way forward.
Yeah, that's how you make money as a studio, because if you can get people spending money on gameplay that's repetitive but fun, done.
I have
That
a
supports your studio ongoing for you to make projects.
I'm waiting for one of them to go Helldivers 2 mixed with a battle royale. So there's 2 different sides of a multiplayer and fighting over a world.
I think they should just make it so the
Is that not
enemy
just
faction...
Battlefront?
No, the enemy faction isn't the enemy faction. You should have the Covenant, but you should also be able to play them. You should be able to play
Yeah.
the
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like that,
UNSC,
you're just
and you should be able to
it's just
play.
Battlefield.
Yeah, but I think along the lines of Helldivers level.
Yeah, and you have Outsurgents. You have 3 factions that are fighting for a galaxy. You have to go fight on a planet. You log in, you see that planet for your faction is red because you don't own it. Or
So if
see
you
a
land there,
percentage
you're in
of it.
trouble.
And if you land there, you have to fight for it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then-
wouldn't
and
that-
That's a
then
big game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, that's
But
what
it would be
Helldivers
sick,
do,
right?
is it? You
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at the galaxy scape and you go, we've lost this planet. And then every player
I mean,
goes down and fights.
it's not my cup of tea, so I'm not going to get hyped about that sort
Cool
of
as
thing.
shit.
But
That would be a sick
it
concept.
sounds great. It's not something I'd play.
I don't know. I reckon if there was fucking 4 of us online one night and we said we're all dropping on this planet to go and fight there to win it back because we lost it 2 days ago, I think that would keep you fucking coming back.
Yeah.
I think that would be a
If you did it on
zeitgeist
small
right there.
Scale and you did World War II, like Hell Let Loose style of gameplay, but where the victories mattered for the overall map view. of
Oh, that
Europe.
would be sick. Like a map of Europe and you've got to
Yeah.
fight over it.
And you can play, you pick once, your gamer tag is tied, your code for the game, if you're on PC, the key, is tied to the faction you pick at the beginning.
Allied, Axis, Comintern.
Yeah.
One of those 3.
And you pick one of those 3, and you fight for Europe.
That would be sick. That would actually be fucking cool. And they could do that along with Battlefield. They could
Yeah.
put that in that
And
same level.
You can still have capture the flag. You can still have the blow up these
No, I don't think you
bases.
should do that. I think you should have it where the people actually set their
Or
own
you could
fucking
just-
targets.
You could just have like, we kill everybody on this map. There are a certain amount of lives that you get to respawn on. In
Take this city.
faction, take the fucking city.
Take this city.
Take this farm.
Tell me that
Take this
wouldn't be
landscape.
fucking sick to be doing Stalingrad.
Yeah, but you have to get there.
Yeah, and you have to fight it in the way that Stalingrad would be.
And then when you lose, you become an underground faction.
Yeah, that's sick. And then you can fight on that map, but you're like outnumbered,
And
isolated, and you
get the company that make it to set up a Discord server and the Reddits for those factions.
Oh, that's sick. There's
and
so
you can
much you
organise
could do with
play
it.
with other people playing it to go and do it all as one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine the posts on Facebook and on Twitter and that where it's like, we're doing this today.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
get on.
Everyone get on. We're going to organise some play at this time. 60 people turn up to take one fucking map.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine that with all of the
Cool as
stuff.
fuck.
That's cool as shit. And that, by the way, Battlefield could do that.
Battlefield could do that. Hell Let Loose would be the perfect candidate to do it.
Yeah.
With its gameplay
Well,
style.
a mix
the
of those
perfect
two.
Candidate to do it.
A mix of those two would be great. Could you imagine like them being able to set that up? And you could. By the way, because they now have AI generated maps as well.
Yeah.
So you could AI generate new maps for these areas by basing it off of Google.
Google Earth, yeah.
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
base
you
it off
could,
of Google
yeah.
Earth, and you could base it
There's
on.
a zombie game that does that.
Yeah, there
Where
is.
You could, it's on your. I think it's on PC and Android. You can pick an area of any map on Google Earth, and it will build the terrain for that map. And you know that that's a Tesco's. You know that that's Poundland. You know that that's KFC and McDonald's over there. If you pick like the Hardwick or something,
God, right.
and you
Okay.
can go and find resources and Google Map information because it's so vast of what the area is. It
Yeah.
knows that's a restaurant. Cool, that's where I can find food.
Oh, do you know what?
That's a Poundland. Oh, cool. That's where I
Oh,
can find
there's
some
some
tools.
there's some things like you could fucking do that where you're like, do you know what? We're gonna go and do an air battle, air superiority over the place, and you just have an air battle for like 60 fucking people in fighters. That would be fucking sick. And then if you win the air superiority, you then have
ground
air
troops get a
superiority. They get the bonus of having bombers
you
and
can
shit.
then come in with bombing raids
Yeah.
and stuff and support the area. But if you
cast
lose the air
damage.
fight, your bombers can't get through.
Yeah, cast damage and shit like that. Oh, that's fucking sick. Wouldn't that be fucking fun?
It's the way gaming should go, but they're not. Franchises get stuck within the franchise, and
Yeah.
no one dare make anything new.
Because it all costs
Hell
a
Let
lot of
Loose
money.
flopped, and it
money.
shouldn't have flopped.
It's all money.
It's money.
It is money.
It's money and the fear that it's just not
It
going to
will
come out
flop,
the way
and
you
it
want
will
it to.
bankrupt your studio.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
will bankrupt a studio. Which
But,
is
I
why
mean, they're
you
already
get-
doing it
What
anyway.
game pulled out recently, and there was a game that was coming out. Wasn't Football Manager?
Yeah, yeah, but they did that because there was so much
Well, they
stats.
turned around and they just went, look, this isn't going to be what you think it's going to be, so we need to now
Stop
go back to the drawing board because we want to deliver
a good game.
what you want. And I'm okay with studios doing that, you know. I'm
Studios
okay with
can do that, but they can only do that
for so
once.
long. While
Yeah,
the
but
money's
the-
there.
Some
Yeah.
studios can get away with doing it.
Yeah, but the
Rockstar
problem
can't do
is,
that. They don't like.
Yeah, but that's
every
why they're
ounce-
like, we're going to
They-
make sure this
when
is
they
right and not
spend
promise anything.
Yeah.
$5 billion on a fucking game,
Yeah.
like 10 years.
and 10 years to do it, that's money.
But the difference
they don't
is
have
with-
to throw away.
It's no different to CD Projekt with the next Witcher game.
Yeah,
They've gone, we are taking our time with this shit, and we are not going to give you any dates or anything.
'Cause we can't do what we did with
We're not going to tell you when
Cyberpunk.
it's going to come out. We're just going to get it right.
Yeah, and we can't do the same thing we did with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Overpromise, underdeliver.
Yeah.
Well,
that
they
was-
finally delivered. But
Yeah,
it took them
finally.
time.
Cyberpunk was. They only did half the game, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because, another
They released
studio
it because
started
they kept pushing it back, didn't they?
Yeah,
And then,
another studio started it, and Project CD Red or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
CD Projekt,
CD
yeah.
Projekt, they finished it.
They did.
But they did with Witcher 3 as well, didn't they? Witcher
did.
3 they finished.
Yes.
And they did the Wild
And now
Hunt
they're fully
expansion.
making the new. Yeah, they did the DLCs,
Yeah.
which were they won DLCs of the year.
Yeah.
And
They were impressive.
And rightfully so. Great game. Not my style of game.
fantastic. It was
Looking
basically a
at
brand
it,
new world they
looking
created
at it
for a
and
DLC.
everything, cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Not my style of game.
But what you were saying about Football Manager makes more sense because of what they're dealing with.
Yes.
Like if you're dealing with like
intricacies.
200,000 players with their own different fucking styles and all their information and all the stats and that, and you've got to do that every year and keep churning that out every year and updating those stats and updating with new players for every single
Yeah,
club.
when they're bringing in thousands of new players in a single league,
Yeah,
let alone
in a
every-
year.
They do every league in the entire
Yeah,
world,
exactly.
and then not just that, but they go all the way down.
Yeah, down.
grassroots,
You're,
yeah.
you're talking grassroots football.
That's
Yeah,
hard.
genuinely. And then they're like
Just
new people.
statistically, that's hard.
Statistically, it's insane. But what they do rely on is they rely on the Football Manager community to actually create those grassroots.
Yeah.
So what they do is they don't release them in the game.
No, they make them as
they come in as
mods.
packs. Mods, yeah.
Talking about mods.
Yes, I know. Heard.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
I'm
bring it
so
along.
happy.
It's the first time we're able to talk about Hoi 4 on an actual thing.
No, right. And on that note, it's time for us to chuff off. We've gone on here too long.
It's coming up to 2 hours.
Yeah, you can join us next time for scenarios again and
fair.
D&D, because this is going to replace the D&D, I assume.
Yeah, so one D&D, one scenario.
Okay,
It's gonna be like
you can join us for
This might be two
for that.
rambles.
yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Tuesday, Saturday. It's gonna be Tuesday.
So yeah, see you later, guys.
Yeah, bye.
Combo, no need for gambling. Stay tuned, lock in till the pause is mental. Diving in deep while the haters just babble. Spin wisdom in circles like we rockin' the gavel. News, views, reviews, every EP they a rebel. Talking about life, man, it's more than just travel. Heads in the game, no illusion or shamble. Voices so sharp they can snap like a sandal. With Greyson, Sheeny Jim, this the ultimate ramble. Get caught in the web like a podcast preamble. Greyson with the insight sharp like a saber. Sheeny throwing shade, can't be stopped like a laser. Jim keep the peace like he bought middle C major 3 P's in a pod sounding off a taser. Lights, camera, action, no time for preamble. Mr. Sheeny, sharp tongue, sharper than a scalpel. Greyson with the facts, man, he's slick like an enamel. Jim on the edit, cut clean like a sample. How not to summon, we gon' keep it rambling. Talking every topic, no magic, just scrambling. Simple play combo, no need for gambling. Stay tuned, lock in, till the pause is mantle. Diving in deep while the haters just babble. Talking every topic, no magic, just scrambling. Triple threat combo, no need for gambling. Stay tuned, lock in, till the pause dismantling. Diving in deep while the haters just babble. Spin wisdom in circles like we rockin' the gavel. News, views, reviews, every EP they unravel. Talking about life, man, it's more than just travel. Heads in the game, no illusion or shamble. Faces so sharp, they can snap like a sandal. Greyson, Sheeny Jim, this the ultimate ramble. Get caught in the web like a podcast preamble. Greyson with the insight sharp like a saber. Sheeny throwing shade, can't be stopped like a laser. Jim keep the peace like he bought middle C major 3 P's in a pod sounding off a heads in the game, no illusion or shamble. Voices so sharp they can snap like a sandal. With Greyson, Sheeny Jim, this the ultimate ramble. Get caught in the web like a podcast preamble. Greyson with the insight sharp like a saber. Sheeny throwing shade, can't be stopped like a laser. Jim keep the peace like he bought middle C major 3 P's in a pod sounding off a taser.